Hello gamers, I get a lot of questions to use HK416 loadouts or M16A3 loadouts and like which of them is better because they are somewhat similar assault rifles. But today I wanted to kind of clear that up by using, in my opinion, the best loadout for both of those, telling you what's good about them, why you should use one over the other, and yeah, let's just get into it. First off, let's just use the HK416. Well, I guess my M16 is already out, so we'll use M16. I recommend you actually use 223 on the M16A3 because this thing gets a 40 round mag and way less recoil. The thing about this gun is that it shoots a little bit slower and does less damage than the HK416. However, this thing has a bigger mag. By the way, the HK416 doesn't actually get an extended mag with 223. However, it doesn't technically lose any hits to kill, but there is a better ammo type than using 223 that I will get to. This thing has incredibly fast reload time, way faster than the HK416, but it shoots slower. So yeah, you can take that into account. And the HK416 doesn't actually shoot that much faster, but the M16A3 doesn't reload that much quicker, but it does reload a bit quicker. Then you got the HK416. In my opinion, well, I don't have long barrel on this thing. Okay, I have long barrel unlocked and probably stubby grip. Now this thing, quite strong with this loadout. It can 3-hit in CQC and can still 5-hit in LRC. So basically it has way better shots to kill and it shoots faster. Because the best loadout on this thing, in my opinion, includes hollow points, because hollow points, I'll show you what they do. So hollow points, let's see, without hollow points, 31 to 24. Pretty good. I don't know. It's not that insane without hollow points because it can't 3-hit in CQC and the RPM doesn't make the time to kill that much better. But if you put hollow points on it, it does 37.19 to 20, which if you didn't know, that means it can still 5-hit all ranges. It doesn't actually lose its ranges to kill people. And I think with long barrel it might actually get more 3-hit ranges, but the 3-hit range isn't that insane. It's like 45 studs because hollow points obviously makes your damage ranges worse. However, you gain a 3-hit and don't lose hits to kill in LRC. You lose damage ranges. I guess you gain a little bit of suppression. You lose headshot multi, but it's overall way better. So I do recommend that you use hollow points on this thing, but the best loadout would be reflex, long barrel, stubby grip, actually pistol grip, full stock, and hollow points, at least in my opinion. I also see people using the 300 conversion, and the 300 conversion can 3-hit farther, but it loses 100 RPM, which means that it actually shoots slower at that point than the M16 does. So what you're gonna realize is that the HK416 has a lot more recoil as well. This thing is very inaccurate, but the M16A3 is very accurate. But yeah, this has better hits to kill in CQC and in LRC and better RPM, but only by a little bit. And this one is, we'll go back to this one. It's very accurate. In fact, the M16A3 is probably one of the most accurate guns in the game with 223. I mean, I guess there are guns that shoot a lot slower and stuff like that. I guess all the DMRs and snipers would obviously be more accurate. But of the 800 RPM guns, you can see this one is accurate as, dude. Another thing worth noting is that I guess with headshots, this thing does do more damage in LRC than the HK416. Because it only does 0.2 less damage than the HK416 does in LRC, and it has a way better headshot multi because hollow points will lower the headshot multi. If I'm gonna be honest, the regular HK416 without hollow points kind of isn't that good because it's super inaccurate. Versus stock, the stock 2 guns, the M16 is probably gonna beat it, but the HK416 does really come up when you use hollow points because you get a 3-hit kill and it's dang, that's really good. And you don't lose your 5-hit, which is also really good. But the M16 has a bigger mag and is way more accurate when you use 223. And even the default M16 is pretty accurate. It's not insanely accurate. It could, you could use a little bit of better recoil, but that's what 223 is there for. Plus more bullets, quicker reload time, and a larger mag, which the HK416 can't get a bigger mag with 223. 223 doesn't give it a 40 round mag. It's better recoil, And it gets, I guess, well, that's the only thing it gets is better recoil. But it doesn't lose hits to kill. It just doesn't really gain anything too major other than like better recoil. And not even by a lot, so it kind of sucks in my opinion. But I see people using it a lot. Use hollow points. Not, I guess, use 300 conversion, but 300 conversion, like I said, makes the gun shoot really slow, and I don't like it. But it can kill with torso hits, I guess, farther than the HK416 with hollow points can. And I'm not sure about hits to kill. I have no idea about that. Honestly, to compare these two guns, it's very difficult because they are pretty different guns in terms of basically every stat except for them being like 30-round assault rifles. But here's what I would say of these two guns. It is very hard to say which one is better. If it's going to be up to me, I have way more M16 kills, so I might say M16, but at the same time, I also really do think that the HK416 with this loadout is really strong. Like, really, really strong. I didn't think, like, I could say that the HK416 was good because the default one isn't really that good. But hollow points and a full loadout with like full stock and stubby grip that makes the recoil better, long barrel that makes your damage ranges better, or compensator, and hollow points to give you a 3-hit and not lose any hits to kill in LRC, it's pretty good. But this thing has basically kind of worse stats, except it has a better magazine capacity, better reloads, and also, well, I guess it has a better headshot multi. But the major thing is that the HK416, if you couldn't tell, is a little bit inaccurate. I was going to F5 and then this guy just killed me. You might want to actually put on pistol grip instead. My bad. I see no difference in recoil. In fact, it looks worse. This is technically the best one because this thing has a lot of rotational recoil, kind of like the HK21 where it's... Holy, are these guys just gonna walk out of the spawn like right in front of me and not like look at me at all? Oop. Oop. Oh, I'm dead. Oh yeah, the HK416, it's got the worst recoil imaginable in an assault rifle, except I guess the M231. I'm really struggling to like tell you which one is better. And I would really have to say it's up to your personal preference. But if you're gonna go in CQC, the HK416 is still not really better, but if you're gonna go just off of LRC, even though the M16 has worse hits to kill and worse RPM, you are not gonna hit as much stuff with the HK416. The M16 is not like, it's not godly accurate, but it is pretty accurate, especially compared to this thing. But up close, it's like 3-hit, dude. So yeah, I would have to say overall, since this thing performs kind of better in CQC, but the M16 has that bigger mag and better reloads, which makes it kind of better for multiple targets in CQC. And this thing got a pretty quick reload, but not as quick as the M16, which makes kind of the M16 better in some ways, but it doesn't have the 3-hit. So overall, I'd say the HK416 is better in CQC. But the big problem is that even though the HK416 has better hits to kill, like I said, it's not very accurate, so the M16 is going to be overall better in LRC. So overall, I'm going to have to give it to the M16 on this one. But you can completely disagree because I could see where you would disagree on that. It's not like an objective opinion. They're both really insane guns. In fact, as assault rifles go, these are kind of the best ones, dude. They're kind of the best ones. Except, I guess you could say G36, L85A2. Well, L85A2 is kind of better overall since it's very accurate and it does 25 minimum damage. These are the top dogs of the assault rifle category. You see these guys a lot, and people ask a lot what like attachment loadout and whether you should use one or the other over each other. But I have 1,000 HK416 kills and I have like 3,300 on the M16. So you could call me biased. I don't know. Maybe I am biased. But I don't know, man. These are both really good guns, and it's really hard to actually say one or the other is better. But if it's going to be me, even though I'm biased, maybe it's got to go to the M16. So yeah, leave a comment if you think that this is actually like a decent idea. Like and subscribe. That would be very, very epic. Comment what other videos you'd like to see as well, because I have a lot of ideas. But I'm probably going to go through and be like, I don't want to do half of these ideas. And stop with the asking for setups. I can't just do a video on one setup unless it's a really weird setup. And using your setups videos are like not very original. So I'm probably not going to do any more of those, but you never know. Maybe I will. I'm still going. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.